𝗝𝘂 lying on her bed in her dimly lit room. Her phone is clutched in one hand as she leans back against a pillow. The soft glow from the screen illuminates her face. Her expression a mix of excitement and nervousness. Her heart races, and she glances down at the phone, smiling at the name that pops up on her screen. 𝗃𝗂 Red Heart. Her fingers hover over the keyboard as she thinks for a moment. And then begins typing. She pauses after sending the message, biting her lip, wondering what his reply will be. The room is quiet except for the sound of her phone vibrating on the bed. A few seconds later, the reply comes through. It's short, but there's a playful undertone that makes her heart skip a beat. She taps the screen with a little more force than necessary, her fingers now feeling like they have a mind of their own. Her stomach flips at the thought of him, the cold, seemingly unreachable 𝗃𝗂, being sweet. She leans back into her pillows, curling her legs beneath the blanket as she watches the message send. Her breath catches when his response appears almost immediately. 𝗃𝗄 smiles to herself, her heart racing at how effortless he makes it sound. It's as though he knows exactly how to keep her hooked. She chuckles softly, looking up at the ceiling as her thoughts drift to the mystery of him. It's crazy how someone she's never met in person could have such a hold over her. She starts typing again, hoping to keep the banter going. She imagines him reading the message with his typical cool, detached expression, though she wonders if he's smiling slightly at her comment. Her phone buzzes again, and her stomach flutters as she sees his response pop up on the screen. 𝗃𝗄's eyes widen in surprise, and she bites her lower lip. She feels a warm rush spread through her chest, her heartbeat quickening. Her thoughts race as she stares at his message. Could this really be happening? Her secret, online boyfriend, who's effortlessly charming, a little distant, and completely intriguing, had just called her the leading lady in his movie. He can't help but smile, her fingers trembling slightly as she begins to reply. She sends the message, then immediately starts to regret it. Did that sound too? She rolls over onto her side, glancing at the time on her phone. It's late. And yet she's wide awake, heart racing as she waits for his reply. Her phone lights up once more, and she reads his message as soon as it appears. This time, there's a longer pause before he responds, almost like he's considering. 𝗃𝗄 laughs aloud at that, holding her phone close to her chest as she thinks of how playful and teasing he's being. For someone who's always seemed so cold and indifferent in their online chats, this side of him feels Y/N walks into class, trying to ignore her butterflies. She spots Jungkook sitting at the front, looking effortlessly cool. She sits in the back, trying not to make eye contact. Y/N rolls her eyes, but can't help but glance at Jungkook. As she does, their eyes meet for a split second. She quickly looks away, heart racing. Y/N quickly looks up at the professor, trying to act normal. Jungkook smirks. Making eye contact with her again, she blushes. Y/N waits until the class clears out, before heading towards the door, but she notices Jungkook lingering near the window, looking at his phone. They both smile at each other, an electric connection forming between them. They look around to make sure no one is watching. As they walk towards the exit, still grinning, they're interrupted by the sound of Professor John's voice. Sometimes the secrets we keep are the ones that bring us closer, and the moments we hide from the world are the ones that shape our hearts the most. In the end, love isn't about perfection, it's about finding someone who makes you feel at home, even in the most unexpected places.